Chairman Cruz.
Thank you. Mr. Kratsios, thank you for your work on the AI Action Plan and your effort to reverse the Biden AI agenda. I believe that Congress must partner with the administration to ensure that the United States beats China and to ensure that American values are embedded in AI deployment across the world. In your judgment, can the United States beat China in the AI race without congressional action, or will victory require the administration and Congress working together?
We must certainly work together. There's only so much that the executive branch can do on its own, and I think partner together, there's so much that we can do. To me, we did the first executive order the president ever signed on artificial intelligence was signed in February of 2019. And the following year, Congress passed the National AI Initiative Act, which codified a wide variety of the activities that were listed in that executive order. And I think that was a big push forward, and I think serves as even an early template for us being able to partner together to put some of these into law.
I very much agree. The AI Action Plan directed agencies to establish regulatory sandboxes across the country for AI. Why are regulatory sandboxes helpful for deploying and developing AI in the United States?
There are so many technologies that are developed that the regulatory environment as it exists is not designed to accommodate. And one of the examples that I've dealt with over the years relating to the world of commercial drone operations or small UAS. And we and President Trump signed an executive order in the first Trump administration to create a drone pilot program to essentially create sandboxes for drone operations. And because of that, we've been able to get the necessary data to allow for a new beyond visual line of sight rule that was just promulgated a few months ago by FAA. So I have personally seen the power of these sandboxes to be able to allow the great American minds and innovators to actually put their tools to the test in real life situations, and from there be able to provide the necessary and valuable feedback back to the regulators to be able to create the right regulatory frameworks.
As I mentioned in my opening statement, as part of the legislative framework that I've released, I'm going to introduce the Sandbox Act, which establishes an AI sandbox program within OSTP. Do you support the underlying principles and goals of having Congress establish regulatory sandboxes for AI?
Yes, the AI Action Plan very definitively promotes the idea of using sandboxes. Very excited to work with you and the committee on an approach to make this into law.
Terrific. President Trump has also declared that we can't have, quote, 50 different states regulating this industry of the future or allow a single state to hold up innovation. President Trump's AI Action Plan limits federal funds to states that are, quote, unduly restrictive of AI. Mr. Kratsios, you've said that the president has been very clear on the administration's position. Avoid a patchwork of state regulations. Why does the administration believe that state AI laws and regulations, such as those in California and Colorado, pose a threat to AI deployment and innovation in the United States? And does the administration support preemption of those laws?
A patchwork of state regulations is anti-innovation. It makes it extraordinarily difficult for America's innovators to promulgate their technologies across the United States. It actually presents and gives more power to large technology companies that have armies of lawyers that are able to sort of meet the various state-level regulations. So it is very pro-innovation, and it's something the president said very specifically in his remarks at the AI Action Summit, that we do not believe in allowing for this patchwork to go forward, and state preemption is something we look at closely. We are very excited to work with Congress to find a way to deliver on what the president is looking to accomplish, and it's something that my office wants to work very closely with you on.
Great. States are criminalizing neutral algorithms and once again instituting big tech surveillance of ordinary Americans. Colorado requires big tech to report to the state's attorney general any AI user whose actions could create a so-called disparate impact, a radical liberal theory that treats differences in group outcomes as evidence of prejudice. Mr. Kratsios, what kind of danger to development and deployment exists if state bureaucracies can decide whether facially neutral computer code offends left-wing politics?
Yes, this is a very good example of why we need to do preemption around around AI regulations. These type of very anti-innovation regulations are a huge problem for our industry, and more importantly, I think it creates a culture where the entire industry moves in a non-innovation approach. And to me, I think preemption is a way that we try to solve these problems.
Okay, last question. The AI Action Plan directs the federal government to vigorously advocate for international AI governance that reflects American values. What actions can be taken to push back on censorship regulations by foreign countries that impact American public discourse?
I think our standard-setting bodies can play a very critical role here in making it clear what it means and why free speech is so important, and in creating standards around those types of issues. So I think standard setting is a key role there.
Thank you.